This is not.
It's your third disc, if you wouldn't mind. What's it going to be?
So at school, you had to decide whether you were going to be for the Beatles or for the Rolling Stones. And if you were a rebel, a bad boy like me, you were definitely a Rolling Stone.
Yeah. I suppose he wasn't so excited as I am.
It's funny, it's one of those jobs where you've either got a load of questions or you've got no questions because you don't want to know about it.
Boy, you've got to know about it, don't you think? Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it is the part of life that you can't escape. At the end of the day, it's inevitable what happens in the end.
Yeah. What are deaf people like?
Very broad. You get a very broad answer for that.
Do they change colour a lot?
It all depends on how you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you see them at the river and
Everything, yeah.
they blow up and
it's a real scale of how the person passes.
What is your ultimate aim as a coroner?
Oh, it's coroner.
The cause of death.
Yeah, it's to determine the cause of death.
If someone comes in and there's this great big dagger in their chest,
Mm.
do you assume automatically that's killed them, or do you look to see if they've stuck that in afterwards?
So that's not my sort of department as such.
Oh,
I'm more.
when it comes to foul play,
Yeah, that goes to a separate team. So my team
is like that program on telly.
My team is on the ground. So when you see the teams that turn up in the white suits that then take the person away, that's what I do.
You're in a white suit.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Do you mean it's like paper and you throw it away? I mean,
It's a disposable one, yeah.
Do you use them at the allotment or when you're painting?
To be fair, you could.
You could. You've got so many.
They'd be perfectly good for that. Yeah.
What size are you? Because I like a boiler suit that's oversized for movement.
Yeah,
I couldn't work in one that was tight.
Yeah, no, I'd probably
bend down and
probably double XL I use, which is far bigger than anything I would wear clothes wise.
Oh, you like comfort too then?
You need to be able to move. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, without the movement, you're
Now, can you see how nice I'm being to you now? Because you're interesting. Beard, good.
Yep,
that is good. It's on trend, and you imagine your face without the beard, there'd be a lot of face, be a lot of it. So it offsets that. So designer stubble's always going to be, a good thing, unless fashion is so big that everyone's got to be shaved clean and whatnot. Fashion can turn around how we look at things. You wouldn't think it's so, but it is so, because everyone does that en masse. And I cannot stand people who say, "Oh, I'm not into fashion." Of course you are, you asshole. You're not in a sackcloth. Everything you do, even if you think you're right, you're not buying expensive fashionable clothes, but the world will look at you differently if you I think he may have told me about this one. Yeah. Are you going for a mullet?
Yes, that's the sort of look.
Okay.
That's the sort of look that I'm trying to
What's wrong with you? Why do you want a mullet? You thought you better get out of your system.
Do you know what? It's because I was having a chat with my nephews during the Rugby World Cup, and one of the players had a mullet, and they were taking the mickey, saying, "Oh, Uncle Harry, you can't grow a mullet." Blah blah. Blah. I said,
"Watch me."
Exactly that, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
I said, "All right, well, we'll see if I can."
Well, in that case, I'll allow it. And we'll work it.
Yeah. The problem is the hair isn't growing particularly great at my age anymore.
Well, I think it is, but like myself, there's an area that's a bit lacking.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Dennis, is that your name?
Harry.
You have got enough hair here to offset it. Because we can work around it, and what we'll do is oh, shut up. You're not having a haircut. Come on. Get back up. So dog's so branded. Because there's plenty of hair here.
Yep.
It's dark. And the eye will look upon the dark and then look on and it will contrast with the two. So the little trick we do here is we make that more like that, which seems counterproductive. And then you don't have, there's loads there and nothing there.
Nothing there, yeah.
tricks the eye. You can trick and lead the eye. All right, so we do that. Yeah, we'll take some more out here on that bit. Now the back is getting a bit heavy, and we'll thin that out so it looks better. And the, as I said, till you sat down and had a good look, I couldn't see the mullet, so it will get more so.
Yep.
So you're a rugby fan?
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Every sport going, to be honest.
You like it all?
I love every sport. Yeah.
How did you get to become a coroner?
Really oddly, I was the manager of a betting office.
Well, anything's better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was getting so fed up with doing the long hours, having, they were closed one day a year, Christmas Day.
Really? Busy. Go on. There we go.
And a job come up at one of the local funeral directors.
Ah, right. Yeah.
And I applied for that.
What's the word? This is the wrong word, but I am in awe of funeral directors because what they do, and I don't think there's any shit ones, they look after people.
Yeah.
And they just see you through that dark time. They are gobsmacking, I think.
That's exactly what they're there for, is to try and
guide.
to guide.
And if they can't
and
do
help,
that, then they shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
you were working at a funeral directors that what was the position they were looking for?
So I was a very standard sort of pallbearer.
Okay.
Pallbearer, sort of drove the hearse, drove the limousines.
Yeah. Shit money then compared to what you're doing before.
Yeah. It wasn't great, but that was where you start. Started at the very.
Oh,
bottom.
you knew you were going to start at the bottom.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, started at the bottom.
And then what?
And
Kill
then,
more people for the business.
Yeah.
So, take it in turns.
Yeah. Then gradually, after X amount of years, became a funeral director. And then became.
What is a director?
So a director is somebody that will lead the procession.
Right. You're the top guy. You make sure everyone is okay.
Yeah.
And
So
you
arrange
step in and
the funeral. So meet the families.
you've got the pallbearers and everyone else behind
walk
you.
in front of the hearse with a hat and the cane and all that sort of.
Hey. Did you enjoy that?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah.
Right. So
I did it for 13 years.
you're a bit of a performer then.
Not in that aspect.
Okay, but
No,
you liked managing the show.
There was a very difference between some other funeral directors liked, like you said, the performance of it, whereas I thought the attention should be on the person that's in the back of the hearse rather than the person.
Well, not them really. It's their family. That person's.
Yeah. I didn't want to take away any.
Yeah.
You
saying there's some funeral directors you look at them and think they're stealing the show?
I think there's some that go maybe unnecessarily over the top with.
Are you allowed to tap dance?
Well, there's no rules to a funeral, so you could.
You might not get much business. Yeah.
Then eventually, I became what they called sort of like a.
You were a director at the one you started with, or you went elsewhere?
Yeah, no, same one.
Same one.
Yeah, same one.
Don't tell me who they were. Just say what town they were in.
Bradford and Avon.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know any funeral directors. And are there, multiple ones in Bradford and Avon?
2.
Are there?
Just 2.
Yeah.
And then I ended up becoming sort of slightly higher up and running my own branch of funeral directors within the company.
Well, you know where to get the places, don't you?
Yeah.
You're focused.
Oh, there's always
You said your name wasn't Stan. Did you say Will? Well, that's right.
Oh, Will.
Will, Harry, and they're both. Have we got 2 Wills and Harrys, running the country soon? Okay. Well, oi, what do you want? Check. Hey, stay there. Have you got a family today?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
3 daughters and a partner.
Yeah. How old are you? You've done a lot, haven't you?
35. 35, yeah.
You've done a fair bit at 35, I think.
Yeah. Quite busy.
Well done, yeah. Where do you live?
Westbury now.
Do you live in Westbury?
Yeah, just
one
down
of
by
the newer builds?
one of the older builds down by Lidl. So not the new section.
you mean the other side of Liddell, the old estate, Bitham?
No, the other side of the traffic lights.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
okay. But they're not that old.
Not old, no, but not as new as the new estate that's been put up.
Look, you're just going to make a noise out there. Stop it. Okay, right. Okay. So, does everyone who dies go through the coroner's hands?
No,
They don't.
no.
So,
no,
what is your
really.
purpose now?
So my team now purely collects unexpected or sudden deaths.
Oh, right. What do you mean your team? How high up are you? We went from funeral director to higher up in the funeral director.
So it's
Now, to be a coroner,
Yeah.
do you have to take a degree?
No.
You don't.
no,
So how do you-
not for my role anyway.
Where did you learn that then?
Just through the funeral directors.
Okay, it's not a council run thing then.
It is, yes.
It
So
is,
we are
yeah.
run by Wiltshire Council now, but we've only been in existence for 8 months.
They didn't have one before.
Before that, it was run through the funeral directors that I used to work for.
Okay, is it a new kind of thing that's happened?
Yeah,
around the
so
country?
effectively,
It's been taken over
not
by
the country, just Wiltshire. We are the first ones to actually do this.
everywhere else.
Everywhere
It's
else.
run by funeral directors.
Funeral directors will have the coroner's contract, so a funeral director will collect any unexpected
Is
sudden
that
deaths.
better? I got a feeling that might be better than
Um,
making it too.
Ours is
official.
much better.
Is it? It's
Yeah,
good,
we're
it's
a lot
good, yeah.
quicker because we
Oh.
focus solely on one aspect, which
Is the commercial side of it comes into funeral directors?
yeah,
Money costs-
yeah,
yeah.
and their time isn't always as quick as us. So if you imagine a funeral director may have a funeral to attend to, in which case that person then has to wait to be collected until that funeral's finished.
What would a funeral director get paid for seeing somebody, for doing the job?
They can charge whatever they see fit, to be honest.
Okay.
Which is another reason why
Are they a bit greedy?
that's why they lost it in the end. Yeah, they were charging an extortionate amount really just for one collection.
And that was to the council.
Yeah.
And the council thought we
can do this in house. Yeah.
Right.
So that's why they created a team.
So you're part of the council team.
I'm part of the council now. Yeah. So
Are you at the top to somebody?
No, yeah. There's multiple people above me. Yeah.
Well, you'll soon have their jobs with your record. Or are you ready to stop now?
No, not yet. No, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Go on then. And it's sort of 9 to 5, although you got to pick up whenever it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's you sort of like have a day shift, and then there's an evening shift as well, which I'm on this evening. So I'll start at 1 o'clock today.
Do you think this happens worldwide in a very similar kind of way?
Yeah, similar sort of aspects. Yeah.
Because if you're down and out and you're on the street, no one gives a shit. I think they're bringing a law to make it against the law. But if you die or you get killed, the resources that's put behind that are colossal, aren't they? They want to. What's that all about? They don't want people being killed by axe murderers.
Yeah. So recently there's been an awful lot of crashes on the M4. I don't know whether you noticed any, but
someone told me about a rainstorm coming down and stuff. Really? And what were fatalities?
Yeah, the M4's been a real bad one recently.
Do you go to the scene?
We do, yeah.
You go to the scene?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you turn up in?
We have a private ambulance, or should I say a fleet of private ambulances.
Do they look like ambulances? But you wouldn't know they were coroner's ambulances.
I mean, they're plastered with private ambulance on them.
Okay.
They've got all sort of different lights we can switch on to go down hard shoulders of the motorway and things like that. So we can get to scenes without any problems. So as soon as we get there, we collect the person. They put them in the right equipment, so body bags, etc., things like that.
Yeah, you like to call them persons.
Yeah, it's just.
Doesn't anyone say cadavers or stuff like that?
No, a cadaver is only somebody that is going to be
chopped up.
worked on.
Is it now?
For medical reasons? Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned something today. The person. Oh. So, have you got techniques to make sure someone's dead? You kill them, or is sort of?
No. So before we can pick anybody up, they have to be certified.
Who can do that?
That has to be done by the paramedic,
A paramedic.
doctor,
Yeah.
or certain ranks of the police.
Yeah. Have they ever got it wrong for you? Must have done. Yeah. I'm not asking for any cases.
Not quite. No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and you to face me a moment. Okay. Right now, you're doing something that Tom and I don't really like. And what you're doing is you're attending to your beard, and under here you're creating a straight line. Yeah.
Yeah.
To our eyes, it's cheap and nasty.
Right.
We like to focus on top quality and natural, organic. So what I'm going to do under here is I'm going to blend that line. I would imagine you shave that, don't you? With a wet razor. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm making this look easy because it's relatively easy for me. I'm taking the line out. One of the things with a short beard, yours is pretty short beard, is any excess under your chin can look like a saggy sock. It doesn't make the beard look its best. What we need to do is emphasize your jawline. So what I'm doing under here, and I might suggest that you do, is to cut it a lot shorter underneath, and then I don't know, you wouldn't get such a hard line. Oh, well, I've gone blank. I thought I was going to ask you a lot of silly questions. I'll have to store it up for next time.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm worried in any kind of way. It's just
No, I understand.
no. What one of the things I love is dancing, and
You have to have it.
yeah. So where's all your family? Your brothers, sisters?
Trowbridge.
Trowbridge, yeah.
Trowbridge.
Is that where you went to school?
Yes, I went to school in Trowbridge. Yeah. Moved to the Isle of Man briefly.
Yeah. Well, that's a bit special, isn't it?
Oh, I love the Isle of Man. Yeah.
Was it nice, sort of laid back? Well, why did you leave?
Well, I've got family over there.
Oh right, yeah.
And when I was working for the betting office, William Hill, they had opening a new branch on the island.
Oh right, yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'll go see what it's like.
Do you think you could still be there, or do you think it's just too quiet?
Yeah, it's
Too quiet for your daughters.
It's a bit claustrophobic. Sort of-
Great for the TT and
Yeah. When you go over to visit, you think, oh, what a lovely place. But then when you're there for a long time, you're stuck on a rock, effectively. Like,
yeah. With less things going on.
yeah.
So, what is the less things that are going on that happen? Drinking?
I mean, they've got a casino on the island, and they've got plenty of pubs.
Have they got locals that have got problems with gambling and drinking?
Yeah, a lot of people say it's 100,000 alcoholics clinging to a rock.
They do drink a lot.
Yeah.
You think, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So-
being in the sort of the middle of the Irish Sea, it's a mixture of Irish, Scottish, and
Is it?
Scousers, really.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Oh wow. What's that like?
Yes, it's all right, to be fair.
And your family's still out there?
I've got family out there still, yeah.
Are there cats and dogs really got no tails? Or do they have to cut them off?
Cats don't.
Cats don't.
Dogs
Really?
do. Dogs do have tails.
Are they? You know, they breed genetically and they
Yeah,
don't
they
have tails.
do.
So they're
Yeah.
like, hang on,
I don't know how.
they should have
why.
just Frenchies over there, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they fit in perfectly. Yeah.
A cat with no bloody tail.
Yeah.
Is it a little stump or nothing?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Do you get used to it?
You do. Yeah, you don't really sort of. To be
Well,
fair,
that's how you know a cat's angry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Flipping its tail
you
around.
don't really see many.
So they just scratch your face. If you
Yeah.
get a little bastard.
Exactly that. Yeah.
All of the cats.
Most of the cats.
Most of
Yeah.
the cats.
There's also some wallabies on the island as well.
What?
Yeah.
Wallabies? What do they look like? They're Australian, aren't they?
Yeah, there's sort of the smaller version of the kangaroos. Yeah.
Oh, they got. Get out of here.
Yeah. They
Let's introduce. That's nuts. What, wild?
No, they were because a lot of wealthy people buy on the island for tax purposes.
I was
See?
forgetting about that side of the island. Yeah.
I think somebody had the intention of having their own little
Yeah.
animal sanctuary on the island, so they imported some animals over. And needless to say, these wallabies escaped, and once they went up the mountain, there was no getting them back.
They are wild.
And now they're wild, yeah. Yeah, so there are wallabies out there.
Taking a piss out of me. There's no wallabies out there. I'm going to ask Alexa.
Yeah, Google it, yeah. I've never seen one.
Oh, you've never seen one.
I've never seen one.
Hi, do you want to? Hello, mate. Yeah. Yeah. What time do you want? Okay, making me make all the decisions. Well, come at 10:30. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Now, well, the sides, because we're cutting them short,
Yeah.
the look is skin tone showing through,
Yeah.
which blends up to the longer hair, which becomes darker. Okay. Right. So, when we've done that, I want to tackle the back. We can. Shh, please.
So have you always been here in Westbury then?
Oh, a long time. Yes, I think it could be 40 years.
Okay.
It could be, yeah. So lots of change in the world, lots of different styles. Yeah, we've done undercuts, we've done tram lines, which come back. The new one is the skin fade. That's for now. Flat tops started off with flat tops. They were the haircut, which young men don't know what flat top is.
How many barbers are in Westbury now then? There must be 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, easily with multiple barbers, but it's the world over. It's everywhere. It's a trend. The whole country has.
It's like I was saying to Tom when I last come in, because I work in Chippenham most of the time.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Usually I just get my haircut in Chippenham. It's easier.
But I got a feeling it's probably not very bespoke. It's probably you get the same haircut there you would here.
Yeah, and I say every time I go down the road to Davis's, I always pass here.
Yeah.
I think I must nip in and actually get a haircut in Westbury sometimes. That's what I did a couple of weeks ago. And
well, you're getting something a bit different. It's kind of I keep obviously I have a little look in when I go by and I think it's the same haircut. They're not doing anything other than who wants that? It's a trend the young men want, and it's continuing. But like all trends, they will change. The mullet is one of the directions away from the skin fade.
Mm.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, if I had a tattoo, it would be a crucifix.
Yeah.
And have you seen? I did see someone with one on his arm because I kind of like. Have you seen Romeo and Juliet with it's Baz Luhrmann and Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes. Yeah.
And it's the priest. He turns around and he's got this massive crucifix on his back. But you can't see that. Well, you wouldn't see on your back. Could you ever see that one?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
No.
And well, why did you choose that?
Well,
Great choice. You're not Roman Catholic.
I was family are, but personally not so much. I was 17 when I got that done.
Right.
And I was just walking through the park in Trowbridge one day with my friend, and like you do when you're an impulsive.
That's your first tattoo?
Yeah. Just walk past the tattoo studio, and we said, "Should we get a tattoo?" And that was it.
But what made you choose a crucifix?
Do you know, I have no idea. I can't
Really?
Yeah. No, I can't even remember.
Wow, that was divine then.
That was yeah.
Do you believe in God? No. You don't?
No.
So you take the piss out of him?
Well, I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind.
Yeah, he'll be.
He might even let you through.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's got plenty of other people.
Wait, could you come in now? There's no bark left for when the burglar comes. Go on. Get it. There you go. All right. How old are your daughters then?
So I've got my daughter is 13.
Yeah. Oh,
And then I've got two stepdaughters who are 7 and 9.
right. So you remarried? You've
Not married, but yeah.
Different partner.
Yeah.
Did your daughter live with you? The big one?
No, she doesn't. No,
Where does she live?
she lives Steeple Ashton. So not too far away.
Does she like you?
Yeah, well, I think so. I'd like to think so.
Wait, you seem very likable. So,
Yeah.
but why did you split up?
Yeah, do you know what, it was when I went to the Isle of Man, actually.
Was it?
Yeah.
And the way you operate, you're probably thinking, I need, a better looking woman, much fitter, much younger. Is that what you
Well,
perceive?
it's like a car, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I've been married 3 times. I'm just
Yeah.
Sometimes
when a good upgrade comes along.
I think being young and stupid, I was under the impression that you can change people and people can change, but you can't. They don't.
Yeah.
What you get is what there is. And so,
It's like the old saying that a zebra can't change your stripes and the leopard can't change your spots.
that's my mother's favourite expression. Yeah. That's good. Right. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get rid of some of the darkness. Okay. And so I'm guessing you either came on a Tuesday or a Wednesday when Tom was here.
Yes.
So
Yeah, he said he only works, was it start of the week, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah. But he's got Crohn's, so it can hamper his
Okay.
performance, He gets that. Right, okay, yeah. So you support Bath Rugby?
No, I did support a team called London Irish.
They sound good, yeah.
But unfortunately they folded last year.
Oh shit! Really? That's it. All gone.
Yeah, just gone. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was due to COVID, really. They just
I'm
couldn't-
imagining where was their ground?
It was in Brentford.
Right.
Yeah, so it was Reading for a long time, and then they moved to Brentford.
Do you think someone will take up the name again?
Well, there's rumours that they might come back next year. There's a German investor that's
They
interested.
need money. They need money.
Yeah,
It's like all these things.
Totally, yeah.
Is it come into rugby in a big way? the big money.
Lots of teams have gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, because they don't have the.
Because they don't have the funds. Yeah.
Shit, this is the new world. It's just about the money.
It is, unfortunately.
Well, I think. Okay. Do you want to get up there? Have you got any animals?
No. Had dogs for years, but
Yeah, they don't last long enough.
no.
There's something wrong with me because it's kind of like I might feel more for a dog sign than a granny.
No, I can get that. Yeah.
Granny's had a nice long life. You know, she smacked you a bit. Dog was always lovely, fetched
Yeah.
stick.
Yeah.
Got me nerves a bit. But there you go. Can you see what we've done with the top? Can you? It was subtle, but it's there. So even hitting that a couple of times, has helped. Good. I don't know if Tom told you about texture and club cutting.
He did, yeah.
Good. What did he say?
He said about the text he used like a wax. Was it? I think it was a wax of some description.
Oh, you mean? Oh no, no. I mean actually, as part of the cut.
Oh no.
Okay,
not like I remember anyway.
A lot of
did.
terrible haircuts are out there are technically more or less quite good, but what they don't have is the finish.
Right.
And so a basic haircut is called club cutting. So the shape is made by all the hair coming to one length. And what that does is it makes the hairstyle very dense and heavy and blocky. So what we do here is, we do a lot of texturizing. So you have an overall length and we break into it. So that takes away weight and it looks much nicer. It styles better. It lasts longer. It's just so much better of a haircut. So I've texturized more around the back because that's where you have got a lot of hair. And that will improve it immensely. You've got all this going on and the skin fading out, and then this great big heavy area here which we've broken into, so it allows light and shade and shadow to come into it. When you're working next?
This afternoon.
Do you know where you're going? What's happening?
No.
You don't know?
No.
It will come in.
Yeah. Just go to my sort of office and then wait for the phone to ring and see what happens.
You've got a lot of staff?
Yeah, we've got a reasonable amount. Yeah.
So when nothing's happening, what are they doing?
It can vary, to be honest. I mean, we've got some sort of paperwork and things we can do, but once we're completed, it's very responsive, a bit like the fire service.
So you just got to hang around, wait for it to happen, and be sharp when it does happen.
Yeah.
Where are your ambulances kept?
So we've got a big depot in Chippenham, which is where we run from. So we've got a big mortuary facility in Chippenham.
Oh, right. That is your place of work.
That is our place of work.
I was thinking you're in Trowbridge. So
yeah.
you go to Chippenham.
Go to Chippenham, yeah. So we've got a big mortuary there, fleet of ambulances, everything.
Do they? I mean, was that already there? They build those things from
They
scratch?
built that specifically for us when the Wiltshire Council took it over.
Who makes that? They're on rollers. I mean, how many high?
I think
3.
We can store 56 people.
But how high do you go up?
1, 2, 3, 5. So 5.
Really?
Yeah.
So
5,
ground level?
Ground level up.
5. You're
probably
on a
looking
step ladder?
Up to about 7 foot, probably. Yeah. So we've got a hydraulic lift.
To get you up to the top?
Not us, but the people go up to the top.
Well, the thing is, aren't people getting bigger?
They are getting bigger.
Have you taken that into account?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. Most of the time, we get over 2 people.
So I don't want to say this, but
to remove somebody.
You don't have little ones for children.
We do, yeah.
Oh, that's got to break your heart.
Yeah. We've got to cater for everyone, unfortunately.
That's bad.
Luckily, that's not a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the harder aspect of the job.
What you're saying is basically most people are of an age. Old age is a big one.
Most people are a similar build, similar age. Yeah, that's sort of.
And a lot of people you pick up from hospital.
No, we don't do hospitals.
You don't do. Who's got that concept?
So hospitals would usually be considered expected. We only deal with the unexpected or sudden or accidents.
Are you there to determine the cause?
Not me personally, but part of
right. So they go to your area as unexpected, and then they move on, or
so we would get
experts will come and
we would get a call from the police. The police would say we've got Mr. Smith, so and so here. We then go out, collect Mr. Smith, take him back to our facility. We then liaise with the coroner's officers team, who then decide whether that person needs a post-mortem.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of
if they need a post-mortem.
So is hospital virtually the expected place, or are you dying at home?
If the person needs a post-mortem, we have to transfer that person to the hospital. So so if they pass away in the hospital, then effectively they're already there if they need a post-mortem.
What if you die at home?
Then we would go out, take them back to Chippenham.
Is that unexpected, or
it depends on the circumstances? Yeah. There's lots to it.
Who can't you touch? Do you ever get there and think, oh shit, I made a mistake here, we'll have to leave them? Or would you chuck them in the bolly bag and say, we'll come back for that later?
Only if the police say to us, actually, wait there, we found something, don't go anywhere.
No. Are they disposable body bags?
Yeah.
But you can't reuse them.
Oh, we can't reuse them.
Can't reuse them.
No, never reuse them.
No. Shouldn't they go in the coffin?
Not necessarily. Again, that opens up a whole nother.
So what are they made of?
So
they are blight on the landfill.
The thing is, there are different types of body bags.
Don't be silly.
Different types of body bags for different types of death.
Okay. Could I have one with because I'm not going to get this tattoo, a big crucifix on mine?
A big crucifix?
Yeah, well, is that possible?
I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, you can get.
We'll have to make it myself.
You can get coffins with anything on you like nowadays.
No, I just want a traditional coffin.
Just a traditional one, yeah.
But it's kind of thing. It'd be nice to. I don't know. Yeah, paint a crucifix on the bottom. Yeah. I've got all my life not wanting to be a Roman Catholic, and now I'm thinking, yeah, I don't mind.
It's straight towards it now.
Yeah. I want my crucifix.
No, why not? No.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. I can do a pretty quick haircut, but I've enjoyed your company.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I don't envy you getting to Chippenham. That's actually terrible.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain.
Oh, going through Melksham and have you worked out those? They got the roundabout and different lanes and traffic lights. Where am I supposed to be in this one?
It's surprising how big Chippenham is, actually. It's quite a big town.
Yeah, well,
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't think I want to Chippenham. I'm old enough to know all the towns when they were all fairly much the same.
Yeah,
low key and stuff. Now we've got traffic and bypasses. Although imagine going to Melksham without the bypass now.
Yeah, that's true.
You just could not do that. That would be.
Yeah, I must admit I do miss living in Bradford-on-Avon. That is the best place I've lived by far. I love Bradford.
Tell me why. It's a lovely town. Lovely.
It was just everything about the town. You'd never think you're only 3 miles from Trowbridge.
Yeah.
For starters.
Yeah. The bridge. A bit tough if you live where you can flood.
How
long were you in Bradford-on-Avon for?
I lived there for 5 years.
Yeah. So you could walk into town easily.
I lived in the town centre actually. Yeah, it's lovely, especially in the summer. Loads of lovely little restaurants. There's a cheese shop, a butcher's, a bakery.
Steady. These things are all in jeopardy. You got
it's great.
but it's not too far to go to.
Oh, no.
Our favourite restaurant is there. Woody
Okay.
Grange, the George.
Oh yeah, the George. Yeah, yeah.
You probably know the old George when it was a pub, but it's more of a lovely eating establishment now.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, what made you choose Westbury?
That's where my partner lives.
Right, yeah. Is it her town? You know?
Yeah, she's Westbury.
Yeah. I spent 40 years of my career staying away from real cutthroat razors, which was stupid because I thought I'd never be able to sharpen them.
Yeah.
But they are superb. Oh, the weight, the feel, so beautiful to work with. Before this, what most barbers use, and I got them as well, is a shavette. Do you know what shavette is? It's a half a razor blade. The blade splits in two.
Oh, right.
So you've got a lovely sharp blade, but you don't have the balance and feel. What did your partner do?
She works in a primary school.
Right. Does that exhaust her?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly couldn't do it. I mean, fair play to her. Like, I couldn't think of anything worse than.
Yeah. It's good. We're all different.
Yeah, spending all week with young children.
Do you like to talk to other coroners, sort of talk shop and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's very interlinked in sort of the funeral industry or the death industry.
I imagine with your house, you haven't got a massive garden.
No.
So you don't have to do too much there.
No. Which suits me perfectly, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I've got an allotment. I think, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All these weeds. Why do I do this? And then I'm thinking, well, you know, it's a good place to be. And, you know, I don't do sport anymore.
Mm.
Wait a minute. Do you like this haircut or what is it? Stop it. Okay. This is a rarity I very rarely show people about. But I just wanted to show you. Because I've broken into it, right?
Yeah.
When you know, I mean, I'm doing that without product.
Yeah.
But what that creates is shadows, highlights, and texture.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame that most men don't bother with product. Have you got any product?
I do. Yeah, I use a powder.
Oh yeah. I know that. It's instant.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. What's good? Right, okay. I always say to people, get 2 or 3 more different products because they'll all do different things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the powder, what's great about the powder is it's instant. It's like building steps. I just want to be down.
It's really it
binds you. Yeah. It's very clever. I'll show you. What will I use? I'll use right. It's very matte. There's no shine to it. We're going to use. What's great about modern products is their performance is wonderful. They're flexible. They wash out, which is essential. So, right. So I'm just going to put it on my fingers at random. What we're going to do here is just dab into your hair. So different amounts will go on different places. Now, where the product is, it will make it a tone darker and shiny. Okay. So you get another colour for free. And the darkness and the shine is you know. I think at the moment we can, you know, and in future, as this grows out, the back is going to be the big thing.
Yeah.
And it's. Yeah, I'm just trying to think why Tom mentioned about your hairstyle. and that he did it. Yeah.
So are you part of Italian then, Giovanni?
Well, the way I see it is I'm with Tango,
Right.
so which is I'm 100% Italian genes, born in Wiltshire.
Right.
So by the fact, and I used to think I was like a hybrid, but I think really I am an Italian in England.
Right.
So so because I've got the Italian genes, I must think like Italian. Although being England, I know how to think in English as well. So I've got kind of a strangeness going on there. But yeah, it's kind of my daughter saw that it's a painting she saw in one of the coffee shops. It says Italians know how.
Yeah.
And I think they are programmed. They're very finicky. Their pasta's got to be so. If I see things, I'll walk down the street and I'm thinking, oh, that's terrible brickwork. I just can't stop myself.
Yeah.
I'm always looking with my eyes, thinking, oh, that's bad. Oh, you shouldn't bloody well be doing that. That's no good. I suppose it's a curse in a way. I'd have to program myself not to do it. But yeah. So yeah. And I think my personality is definitely from Southern Italian, Naples. They're the clowns of Italy. They're the clowns of the world. They kind of very much. So that's looking good. I'll show you again with the product on.
Yep.
So invest in something shiny as well.
Yeah, no, that was great actually.
The mirror never gives you as good as what I can see there. That reflection from there. But yeah. So you've got the cut. So has he said anything about your mullet yet? We're saying that's a shit mullet, or it's a working. Or has he noticed?
He has noticed it though. Yeah.
Well, it's even better today with the back sorted out. What I'm going to do now is get you to stand on the mouse.
Yeah.
And that's lovely. So, what can you tell me about rigor mortis? Is it a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's very much a real thing.
Could be, have you got I don't know. Have you got breakdowns?
No.
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 What you just put some Nivea on there?
Rigor mortis can last from 24 hours to 2 hours.
Oh, it comes away.
It can do, yeah. I mean, it might not set in for 48 hours.
Oh,
or so. So when you pick somebody up, sometimes they can be stiff as a board, or they can be loose. So
okay. Do you think you should be allowed to do funny things to politicians? I know you're not going to answer that question. When you asked Tom to do your mullet, was he up for it? Very much so. He said, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I don't suppose your clippers that you do your beard with are as wide as that. They're more small, but it doesn't matter. They've got different guards, so you put a guard on.
Yeah,
I would say, which is quite short around here and stuff, and try a shorter guard underneath.
Yeah,
and have a go with stubble. I mean, one thing we are poor at the moment is straight lines. They're just not good. I'm not saying it's not impossible. I mean, tremendously well-designed haircuts can have straight lines, but when they're sort of street bog standard ones, they just look cheap, like your mum's done it.
right.
It's not good. Well, it's been a great honour to see you. There's Lucy. You get that? Is this cash or card?
You've got a preference? I think I've got both.
It's going to be 20, so if you've got... All right, I'll take you out for 5 minutes. Yeah, I will. Yeah. Lola, don't do that, please. Don't. Oh, God.
I'll go hard.
Yeah, no problem. What's the latest you can work then? It depends on...
So I'm on call tonight as well.
Oh, right,
When
yeah,
my
yeah.
shift finishes at 9:30, I'm there until 8 in the morning tomorrow.
With other people, will you?
One other.
You'll have to do more hands-on stuff if you're.
Yeah. So it's just teams.
Yeah, good. Then, stop that. Jeeves. I don't really wallabies in.
Hey, look at
How do you know? But you haven't seen one.
Never seen
you
one.
did see one.
But
That's just safari park.
rich people are mad as well, aren't they?
Bring a few taps. Okay. You know we're on the phone if you want to see how busy we are or anything.
Yes, Tom said that. He said you're open level. If there is but to ring in advance.
Correct. Yeah, because I might go early if it's quiet.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
So
I said to him that I'll try and get in when I'm doing the sort of evening shifts. So I've got a minute to come in and then just I know I'll see whatever you guys have. So.
well, yeah. Thank you so much.
No,
Have a great day.
Nice
Thank
to meet you as well.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Take care.
Lola, geez, stop it. Right. Stop it. Wait a minute. Wait. Come on. Good boy. No, no. Good girl. The other one. Alexa, play Radio 4. Hello.
Right, the gang's let me in.
Yeah, well. Stop it. Wait. You want to hang your coat up over it?
On maybe I got to take your glasses case. The new pair of glasses I got last week. Yeah. That'll last like 3 years. I have to buy some more.
Have you got that stain sorted out? On your ceiling?
No, I just left it.
Yeah. Well, it won't kill you, will it?
Oh no. I mean, like,
Tuesday, come on.
Come on. No, wait. God, believe where she goes now.
It's one of the safe places. He likes it.
Right.
Alexa, play Radio 4.
Playing BBC Radio 4. As I said, if you want to send us your photos, please do, and we might put them up on our WhatsApp. We don't have because lots of our favourite proper lip styles have iconic hair lips. Emma Bunton, Baby Spice, with those pigtails, Justin Bieber with the swept across hairstyle. My own favourite, Annie Lennox, with her short hot blonde. My next list is the woman behind the hairstyle many of us will recognise, the red spiky hair.
You're getting on for 300 quid a time, it's
Susie
so getting on for 300 quid a time, you don't want to mess it up, mess them around, do you?
Oh, goodness gracious, no, that's what they cost there, don't they? Yeah.
272, I forget what it was, 272.
I mean, are they very focal?
Very focal, yeah.
Right,
Susie, welcome to the
Did they have a lot of choices, styles?
Do you know what? My wife went
went
in there, and about the first one she picked up, the frames, she said, those? And I said, yeah, and that was it.
There you go then.
David, I met David, I met his mother, I met his wife, I got invited to have the drink. This is where they were living. And they walked in, David was sitting on the window, and he had long blonde. He said, what I found about him was just sitting there with his hair short. Nobody had I said, well, no one's got short hair. Nobody did. It Beatles, Rolling Stones, and we'd come from the hippies in the 60s, so short hair definitely wasn't it. So
right, nice and short, Alan. Nice and short as usual, mate.
Short dress like you have.
Will you stop it?
Want to come here? As I'm saying this, I'm thinking to myself, that's a girl's hairstyle. And I wasn't quite sure how I would do it. But I was confident, you know, I thought it was a perfect person. Hair really short hair, tall, rock star thing, long white neck, great face. And if I could pull it off, it would look really good. We cut it that night. The style was good, but it wouldn't stand up. It was going to get
they said 2 years, but I go.
And he didn't look too happy.
I go 3 years. I don't
go
go.
too
You know,
straight about it either.
what that much
And I said,
difference.
listen, the second we get some colour in this, it's going to change the texture, and it will stand up. Carrying on with life.
And it works.
Well, it did eventually. Yes, it did.
Eventually. Now you say that you were just there in
funny
Hong
seeing
Kong,
you in
but
Bath
actually,
and-
what's so charming
Yeah.
about this story is how it begins, which is you
been
as
back
a
very
young
much?
girl working
No,
with
well, I
this
have been going to Bath.
and how
Not for-
it was
not a regular for Bath, but the thing is, I mean, I always go to
and
Salisbury
she said
usually.
it's
But
just
Salisbury's a bloody nightmare at the moment.
That was number one.
It's a roadwork on the way down, isn't it?
You didn't meet many Americans.
Absolute
And
nightmare.
she was tall and
And
glamorous.
I
She was
tried to,
fabulous.
like, it was her birthday on last Tuesday.
It's a very unusual.
And I tried to go down and you got past,
you were crazy.
oh God, blimey, South Newton there, you know. And it was just queues all the way,
I did. I've been
all the way
looking for
down
something.
and
I've
then
been to
down
Italy when I was
where it
17,
turns up for the parking
to
drive.
America when I was 20. I was looking for
And
something.
then
I did not want
all the way
to
from
live
Bath.
in
Well, I never did get the Bath. I went at the parking right. The bloody bus was,
Because you ran off for
it said 25 minutes with one person there. And was in the queue so long, and I thought, well, bollocks to this.
And you had some
come
help
back over.
for not just David, but tell us about the boys from old.
No, I like Salisbury. I like
They
the
were
but
boys and more. You know, they weren't
I mean,
really.
there's a limit to it. I mean, that and they said on there the road work is going on to July. It could be like that to July. If you regularly work in Salisbury every day, it's a bloody nightmare. Went down to 36.
But at first, I mean, Woody was asked to wear, Woody the drummer was asked to wear pink costume.
And also, to cap it all, the road round Stonehenge, you know, the 360, that's closed. So I thought, oh, I'll go at the back, you know, we go down by Great Whisper, you know, down by Great Whisper there, cut down. All right. I went at the top onto the top road. All roads closed. So that was the 36 with all the road works and roads closed around that 360 Stonehenge. So I was going to go down. I wasn't even going to go that far. I was going to go along a bit. It goes about 2 miles, and you turn left and then go opposite Great Whispers there, you know. Stopford.
Did a good job. Sometimes 200 pound trucker with David Bowie hair.
So it's like that to July.
But bless them, they tried. You know, they wanted something. I think even at that time.
So,
pretty dry.
as I say, I normally always go to Salisbury, so that's why you saw me in Bath.
Into the pop scene.
And I should be doing the Bath again next week.
Well, it sounds like in the
But
book,
you
so
find-
seamlessly to
You find somewhere in Bath for lunch?
styling.
We have been. We've been into the one by the Abbey down there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Bath Bunner down there, down that. You know where I'm on about. Don't you?
So,
Well, it's all right, but not great.
My own career. And I just knew I had to
We see,
stand my
of course,
usefulness.
we go to Salisbury, we go into Fisherton Street.
Besides, when you're in a town,
Street
that's nice
in
to
there.
go out and get
All
what
that's
they want.
done up
They
one
look
way
pretty
now.
cool.
Oh,
So I would go to the
So that's bloody
They
murder.
wanted shaving cream, razors, whatever it was.
So
And
going
yes,
there, I
coffee,
mean, the
drinks,
food is
cigarettes,
good, but I
whatever they
don't.
wanted.
You must hit them like hell for the train. You must do.
With torment.
Oh my God, was that an unfortunate choice of word?
Yeah, go on,
I christened
explain.
myself tornado.
But they won the award.
Curing
I don't doubt it. They
the
won the
bag like
award
that.
for
But at the
Salisbury
end,
district
when they
on
got
the
so
national
famous,
thing.
they couldn't stay in the
That
theatre.
that
They
Fisher
rushed them out
thing,
and rushed
yeah.
them off.
I'm going to bring the listeners up to speed here, Susie,
Well,
because
very
they might
good,
not have read any of the interviews or read the book yet, which, you know, you will read and you'll enjoy. But you describe yourself as tormented in the book, and you write about being a girl who it turned out was only 16 today, and then having to get her out of the
I don't normally tend to have a meal when I go to the bar. I might have a toasted sandwich or
and
something, you know,
having
with
sex
fruit or
with
something.
girls at the time that came out
Or
came
McDonald's.
to like Ashley Down. I mean,
Sorry?
like you said it
Or
yourself.
McDonald's.
Why did I
Don't
do
touch
that?
McDonald's. I wouldn't eat a beef burger leg if you paid
She's the
me.
one that said, "Oh, my mother."
I
she's going to
absolutely
spoil my
hate
fun."
hamburgers,
And then that girl
beef
was ready to
burgers.
stay.
What about when you were young? The
So
ones that were
I don't care how old you are, I'd never have them. Because you're eating a load of shit.
Why wasn't she with somebody?
How do you remember?
ultra processed food.
Well, I don't care what it is. It's bloody crap.
How do you reflect on that time and the culture around it?
It's a different
I
time.
wouldn't touch it with a
I
bar
mean, now, I think it's been my daughter, of course, I'd be horrified. So it was a different time, is really all I can say. I think the groupies in LA were 14, 15 years old. Even that shocked me, but
Well, it is.
everyone, it is shocking, right?
But it sounds a bit
it was
rare, isn't it,
so
at the moment? God.
But no one
Yeah.
seemed to be shocked, except for me, really. I
You
was
doing
like,
any
well, where's
shopping
their
today?
mother? Oh,
No,
she
I'm
dropped them
not,
off. She
no.
wants them to have a good time.
Sorry,
And I'm
I
like, wow.
We went over Warminster
It was
yesterday
very
morning.
different time.
What was your relationship like with
Stuff over
David?
there.
My relationship with David
That's what I
was very
mean.
professional,
Instead of
really.
going down Salisbury, I've been
We-
going over
we
Warminster
was
and then
professional.
occasionally go in the bar.
I was with him a lot,
It's no good going down to
Obviously,
Salisbury like that if you're
during
going to get
the
stuck in
shows,
bloody traffic
changing his
for
clothes,
endless,
making sure he had everything he needed.
whatever way you
Those
go.
shows were fierce.
Yeah,
I mean,
last
that
time
was
we
a
went,
lot of
we,
work for him to do. And my job was to
pulled
make it as
into,
easy as
Wilton.
possible.
We're going to talk about
Oh,
your
no,
own
well,
story as well.
yeah, I know where you're on about, to the right.
Because you
Down-
met
no,
her
no, I'm
late
talking about
husband,
the,
of course,
With
when-
Darley husband,
yeah, Darling,
garden
when he
centre.
was in the
Oh, yeah,
There's
Spiders
a
that's
and-
lovely
that's-
restaurant in there.
That
Yeah,
was-
that's on the main road, right? Just after the
Yeah.
roundabout.
Yeah.
When I first met him, I thought he was absolutely gorgeous.
And lovely breakfast.
But I didn't want that. I wanted the job. I didn't want to be. I knew that having, being a boyfriend, it wasn't going to work. But after David had broken up the band, Nick and I got together and became romantic and fell in love in Italy. It was a wonderful moment for me. He was a great bloke.
What's it been like? What was the experience like writing it? And now that it's out in the world, people reading your story. How's
It's
it
been
feel?
pretty cathartic.
Where were
for
your
me.
boys?
I could
Are
never
they
talk about
coping
Nick
all
without
right?
crying, to be honest.
Yeah.
Even after all this time, even now. But
Yeah. The moment,
I think
the
it's been pretty
moment Steve's in
cathartic for me.
London this
I
week
never
on the
did marry
bloody
again.
course,
I
another
had a
one.
relationship.
Been
I
a
never
few
did marry
times.
again. He was one of a
Jeff
million, my
just
husband.
was on the iPad from
And when you think back at that time,
Thailand.
Nice
just,
story.
Wasn't I lucky? Wasn't I a lucky
You got
girl?
an iPad?
I mean, I know I made
Sorry?
the most of it.
Have you got an
and I
iPad?
did,
Anna's.
But wasn't
Oh,
I
yeah.
lucky to have got that chance
Not me,
and been able to do that? Traveling with those guys, and then
I
afterwards
just pay for the
being
bloody
involved in
thing.
music, the
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder Review, Bob Dylan. What an amazing time that was for me. I was very lucky.
Susie's name dropped a couple there, but there's plenty more in the book.
Yes.
Susie Ronson, thank you so much for coming.
Well,
on
thank
to
you so much
speak
for
to
having me on.
It's a great read. Me and Mr. Jones, My Life with David Bowie and the Spiders from Mars from Susie Ronson. I'm going to get you a tissue and we'll get you a nice cup of tea as well. because you
Yeah,
can
that's
do
brilliant.
that
That
on the
goes
side.
right
Thank
up
you so
bloody
much.
trains.
And people are still getting in touch with their hairstyles. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
let's
read
Start
a
the end
few-
of
let's read a
today
few
from
more out.
London around the world.
Miranda's emailed in
And
to say
tomorrow,
my
we
mum was
ended
also a
this on
hairdresser in
Saturday.
Beckenham. You might know each other. A little
Not down
later
this
than
way.
when David Bowie, but just as
So I
adventurous with
presume he's
hairstyles.
ruined that.
I was not Ziggy Stardust, but my
Usually
fave
does.
hairstyle was a pre-Raphaelite look. Perms and henna red. My mum said she'd never tried perm and henna, and if my hair fell out, we could always cut it all off. I said, let's do it. It worked, and I looked like I'd walked straight out of a Rossetti painting. How beautiful. In the 80s, one of the 80s stories, I had bright orange Bowie-esque hair, and then I had cropped
I
and
know when
peroxided.
he goes to
It took the stylist
when he
hours
goes to
to get
see
me
West
hair.
Ham, and that's not
Simon
regular.
Cumbria
But
says,
when
I've always had short hair, even as a
some
child,
matches,
until the
he
COVID
tries
pandemic,
he
when I
tries
finally
up the
grew
slough
it
and go
out
across
into
on the
no
train
hair.
for
Now I
himself.
have natural
You're
hair with no greys at 51. It's a whole new world. No greys at 51.
But not
What
at the
are you
moment.
doing?
I imagine that.
That's what we want to know. What's the secret?
It's not
Let's
football, it's
see.
on it.
Thank you. You're welcome. 84844. Keep your thoughts coming in. Now, What's it like being a woman in Ramadan? Ramadan, of course, is a month-long period of fasting observed by Muslims all over the world. It happens once a year, and we're currently
So-
just 4 days away from Eid.
How's Anne after that,
It's estimated
fall?
that there
Is
are
it
around 1.9 billion
a lot
people
better?
around who are followers of Islam.
Yeah, she's
which is roughly
well, funny you
800
should say
million
that
women.
because
So what happens
permanent
when
damage?
eh?
they do
Is there any permanent damage?
What about when they go to
No,
the rock?
no,
Women
she-
go to once a month?
what it is, you know, I said
was joined by
they give me those bloody tablets and I had to come off them because I couldn't walk very well.
Yeah.
You know, well, they put her on the same tablets because she got, well,
when I left teaching and I
just
joined
over
TV,
highish
I
cholesterol,
faced
not
so
high,
much
but
scrutiny,
highish,
and it
you
was
know.
a real shock.
And,
because all of a
they
sudden,
put me on the
portrayed
bloody
me like
thing,
a
and I didn't even have high
every
cholesterol.
Muslim in the world, and
No.
it was, I had to
See?
do a lot of research because I get invited
Oh, of course.
to people would ask me
I
questions,
come,
over
because
the last
of,
few years,
you know,
I feel
all
like
the problems.
the
I
climate
had.
has
And
really
the thing is, I
changed,
could hardly get,
and it's
after a
even
couple of weeks, I
more
could hardly get down the
everyone
bloody
that people are
stairs.
really afraid to talk about
But yeah, come off
religion
them,
faith, and whether that's
and it's not,
if you're someone of faith,
Right.
and you're
and it's, and I'm all right again, I'll tell you, I'm normal. But her, they put her on her for the bloody cholesterol, you know, with her thing. And then she got up, went to go down the stairs, and her bloody knee went.
Oh my God, really?
And she had trouble with that knee before, but the thing is, I reckon it's those bloody tablets again. It's your joints in. You know what I mean?
Well, you couldn't get down the stairs at all.
And I couldn't, well, no, I couldn't get that, you know. And I'm pretty fairly agile, you know that, because I've been exercising all sorts. You know, but the thing is, she's been off of them now for about the best part of a week, and her knee's much better. And so I went these those bloody tablets again. Statins.
Oh, those. Yeah, not very good.
The doctor rang me at home.
So
I'll
if
tell you in a
anybody
minute.
does think
Hello,
that
Giovanni.
Muslim women don't have opinions, then you really do need to listen to this podcast. Maureen, you brought up the fact that you were a teacher and then you had this incredible broadcasting career, which is still ongoing. I was going to talk to you about that later, but you brought it
Well, you can
straight
go on
away,
the
so
board, you know,
a lot of
when
pressure
we're thinking
on your young
of having a
shoulders,
haircut.
and a lot of it, and probably exposed in a way that you weren't expecting
Oh,
to be
right, okay,
exposed.
well, it's
Do
nearly
you
gone,
feel
isn't it?
now doing this that you have sort of ownership
What about
over who you
11:30?
are and how you present and what you can and can't say? 100%.
What's the name?
It was so difficult because I think naturally when you in your
All right,
life
Ian,
you
I'll
surround
put you
yourself
down
with
for
groups and circles
11:30,
of
okay?
people who have
Cheers.
similar viewpoints to yourself, and that's just the circles you grow up and move within. And all of a sudden, when I started my broadcasting career, I had half of the people watching my shows who weren't Muslim, who were like, she's trying to convert everyone, and she's trying to make everyone Muslim, and this is BBC's propaganda, get her off our screen, go back to where you came from. I was born in Hackney, where she wants me to go back to. And then you had the other half of people who were watching the show who weren't in the Muslim community.
Statins, Alan, they're no good for man and beast, are they?
No crap. Well, for me, anyway, all I got to say is, those down there, that health centre, occasionally they says, oh, we want to give you to talk to you on the telephone. They'll give you a telephone. So it happened to be. Do you go to that health centre then?
Yeah.
You do you?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. I wonder about that place. I think a lot of them are not that bloody marvellous, to be quite honest, but you know, that's me. Right. But the thing is, they said, he's, I expect you heard the name, he's a Dr. Gundley.
Yeah.
Been there years. He said he wants to rent, you know, he'd be on the phone. So it rings that. So he said, how are you? And I said, well, I'm all right. He said, you're on this, that, yeah. He said, what his first words were? He said, what the hell are you doing on them?
Did he say
Yeah,
that to you?
that's it. He said,
joyful episode.
well, you don't need them. I said, well, I bloody told him that.
Jesus Christ, he told you that?
He said, you don't need them. I said, It was some foreign bloke, some foreign bloke, and I thought, does he know what he's talking about? Down with him.
What kind of conversations would benefit
He said,
you?
I told what happened. He said, no. He said, don't take them. He said,
Did he give you something else?
no.
Just don't bother.
And also,
Yeah.
And I feel like if it was
That is bloody true.
Well, the thing is, you expect doctors to be all the same, but none of us are the same.
But he's an experienced doctor, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's probably retired. I think he's out ratting
He's
away
part-time.
somewhere.
He's part-time.
Part-time, yeah.
He's
retired. I say, will you tell me?
Also, what are the rules?
So if you have your records and you from your records,
Ah,
they bloody should be taking them.
I told him. He said, you should be on him. He said, they said, now then, so it makes you wonder what these newfangled bloody doctors are like, doesn't it, eh? Ah, Dr. Malin Gould or some bloody name.
In terms of the rules, I would say Ramadan, obviously, everyone is
So what about your wife? Do you think she needs to be on it?
Oh, but she got higher cholesterol than me.
Yeah. I see that. Your cholesterol's all right.
I said, what's my bloody cholesterol then? He said 4.7. I thought, well, that ain't too bad though. He said, it ain't.
It's very good. What's Anne?
I don't know.
Much higher.
The full lunar cycle, so just
Wow.
before the
Yeah.
next Ramadan is
So what are you
what I particularly enjoyed was the top of this particular
doing? Good job you rang me, wasn't I?
You feel
Talking to some crap
guilty,
from there.
and also you don't feel any guilt
Yeah.
at all. There was such help.
There you go, Anna.
That makes you wonder, mate.
Yeah.
Is it nice and short? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Eh?
Yeah, hopefully I won't get into trouble.
Well, I'm distracting you by talking.
Where's mine? Fear of missing out, and I'm like, it's true. I didn't feel like I hide in a corner and I can't. I feel like, oh God, I should be doing this. I really want to be doing this, and I'm sad that I'm not doing it part of everybody. And it was so taken out of context. I thought it was hilarious, but it always is.
Yeah. So just because it is Woman's Hour, and we've got a huge audience listening to us. What are you missing out on?
I think what she means is, and I experienced it the first week of Ramadan in the period, I think Ramadan is such a special month, and I think it's so spiritually enriching that you feel like, oh my God, I want to be able to pray, I want to be able to do the things that I need to do compared to everyone else that's fasting and praying all the time.
You've done this up. I can't. You've got to tell and do the bloody thing. Yeah, watch it. I don't want them to spring out. You press that.
No, you don't press it. You pressed it.
Yeah, I know it is.
You pull it. You don't press it. Press it to put it in. You're pushing it in, and
Dogs again, haven't I?
So, because you're in a routine, and if you have been, you've been fasting for like a couple of weeks, you're used to that every night I'm doing this.
What is it? On the chair?
And then suddenly you're like, now it feels strange. It does feel a little bit weird. It's a little bit like I should be doing it, even though you know you don't have to. You know you can rest and relax and all that. For me, fasting has feel a little bit like lose my bearings a little bit. It's something I really want to be doing, and when I'm not doing it, it just makes me feel like I wish I was. Also describes the level of faith as well, which is really inspiring because often faith goes up and down. It's not something that's quite linear, and to be feeling that way constantly, having that FOMO of guilt or unbalanced, I feel like that's a good thing because I feel like you're spiritually there.
Don't worry, I'm going to pay him.
And talking about periods was just a big no-no culturally. So you got the religion on one side, but culturally,
Right, Alan, well, right, I'll see you, mate. Well, I don't know what you do about Salisbury. It's a dead loss. You're going to have to go to Bradford on Avon.
That's a good tip. It's pointless going there to July unless you bloody got to go, mate. It's murder.
Starting out my fasting, I think I was like 16,
So I think one of my
Well, as I say, I go down there regularly.
And I was
Well, there you go.
and I picked for him like
You'll find somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
So at Bristol.
Oh, no, Bristol. I'm a Bristolian, right? And Bristol today is an utter dump. Believe me. And I'm from there.
The world has changed, isn't it?
Eh?
The world has changed.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll see you, mate.
Good to see you, Alan.
Stay off them
tappings.
Wait, wait.
What have you been doing?
Not a lot. Too wet to get in the garden, isn't it?
I feel like periods.
One's like a bog.
I mean, anything to do with women's health and women's sexuality, and I think they are kind of taboo or not talked about even outside.
Never
the
mind.
Salvation community. And but you're 100%. It probably is a bit like more within the Salvation community. But so when I was fasting a couple of weeks ago, I saw a colleague. And he's not South Asian, and he said, "Oh, you're not fasting then?" And I said, "No."
I've still got a few things in there, but not a lot.
I just do it on purpose. Yes, I do.
You've been veg.
Yeah.
You're right. Now thinking about it, I think I do. I kind of not enjoy making people uncomfortable, but I quite like to push the boundaries in that way. I'm like, yeah, I'm my period. You shouldn't really ask them why they're not fasting, darling. And you could see he was visibly quite uncomfortable by it. But also, yeah, in my
How are the
house,
ladies?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're good.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
And I think when you say that, people are like, again, people really jumped at.
One of them had her COVID jab this morning, and she had been about, her stomach can be upset for a few days now.
They're really strange. I mean, I feel like it's a really good thing sometimes if we like when we run the house and we just be like vagina or something, and my mum goes, "Stop!" But it's hilarious. It's really, really funny, and my dad's doing it, and it's not because we live in some insanely fat. It's kind of how my mum just feels because she is on that generation where they really don't talk about any of that stuff. So yeah, I learned about periods and all of that from Judy Bloom books growing up, and I'm really glad that now people can listen to the podcast and learn a bit more from that.
And I bet there's an army of young women who are delighted that this podcast exists, because obviously you have to live as young Muslim women in your country in different worlds. You have to live in different spheres and adapt depending on what sphere you're in. So, Helga, how do you find, and it's a huge question, but being a young Muslim woman in Britain?
You know what? It's a big question. I love it, and I dislike it sometimes. I love it because I grew up here, I just became here, I worked here.
Yeah, we could do some drier weather now, couldn't we, really?
We should, yeah.
Doesn't stop.
The
No,
thing
no.
that I don't like is the idea that I'm scrutinized, there's a lot of bias around the what I say, the way I talk, the way I live.
Well, I suppose we've been better than some people.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't live by a river, do you?
No.
no. It's things like that you kind of recognize yourself as being different. And it's not a nice feeling to have constantly, to be aware of yourself. And your safety and experience.
There haven't been too many floods around here, not bad ones anyway, is there really?
Well, no, there was, I don't know if it was last week, but the water was pouring off the White Horse.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. Brown, it was. It was taking soil off. Especially by the churchyard.
Yeah.
And then,
But I think overall, it's been very positive. I'm very positive it's just been
Helga, Ibrahim, and Maureen Sofa, and also.
But you wouldn't think the Granny would take much more, would you really?
Yeah. A study conducted by the Male Sex Organisation, an online learning community for people in the industry, shows that the UK average lies at around 40 pounds.
is there any flooding in Delta Marsh anywhere?
Well, a couple of cottages got flooded down High Street. The old pub got flooded. Well, both of them pubs got flooded.
You mean the one at the bottom when you say the old pub?
Well, the one in the, by the school in the middle, by the church, that got flooded. All the old skip alleys was flooded up. And they in the bottom got as far as the door down the bottom one. They were lucky really, but the pub at the middle, or the old pub,
It's a house now.
as a house, it's just been sold. They've only been in there 2 days.
Is that still got a skill alley in there?
Well, the woman had it before. She was some sort of artist, and she had it
Oh, studio. Was it?
Studio, yeah.
Yeah, long room.
Yeah.
Basically, did some research around the sort of financial information of our members, of how long they were spending with each client.
But we did that run from the front to the back then.
Yeah.
Essentially what
Yeah.
they were doing per hour as a wage.
Well, that's always fun, though. Ever since I can remember, when you get really heavy rain. And,
Is it in a low spot?
yeah, just below the school as well. The school gets flooded as well.
We haven't discussed for a long time.
Well, there's a big hill behind it, so it just runs down and just floods. Yeah, my garden was like a paddy field. I live at the bottom of the hill, then the bottom of the hollow.
Was it wet?
Oh yeah,
It was
coming.
then, yeah.
Yeah, they had kids actually come and cut a groove in the lawn to get rid of the water off the road. Yeah, the road was flooded those bits for not deep, but it was enough to say it was there, you know.
Passable.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's better 3 days before it drained away properly. They're out there trying to clear out the drains now.
Yeah.
And so there's all the old leaves and dirt comes down the hollow and it fills it all up again.
Needs regular maintenance.
Well, it does. It wants to what, every 2 months or so, really?
As an industry, we need to collaborate over competition, and we need to take hard
Well, that won't happen.
You know, there's a few people in the industry that will always
No one would take it upon themselves to do it.
come together.
Well, I think you could.
Sure that we can take our
Keep it clean.
seriously. It's something I harp on about all the time.
Well, if you live nearby, see you in.
But when there used to be a ditch then, they piped it all in. The ditch used to take it away lovely, you know, but
Yeah. They've got big fights in there.
no, not very big at all.
They just,
We are feeling the cost of living crisis. We are also paying through the nose for products. And if you want a luxury service,
we've got a kit and old
I
ditch,
think
isn't
the
it?
whole movement.
As long as it was kept clean, it was all right.
And I've always harped about collaboration and the competition. So again,
The only trouble was I used to harbour the rats, so
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Living there nicely.
yeah, they're gone now. Well, near enough.
What brand?
Well, they just moved away, you know. But there's still a few about.
So now, so yes, absolutely. No one saw that, but we're not putting a
What would they feed on then?
I don't really know what they feed on, really.
The increase stage and
Rotators, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important within this message that we understand that every
Woman across the road, she had them up in her loft.
Oh,
They took months and months to get rid of them lot, even though they got the pest control bloke in. But he was saying that once they got in there, they can taste where they've been or smell where they've been. So even though you got rid of the ones that's in there now,
Other ones come along.
yeah.
And so there isn't really anybody going on in terms of what your prices should be. They just have to consider all of your business costs.
So he's going to come back once a fortnight for a couple of months, just to make sure. Yeah.
I would absolutely love for now.
But he said the noise they made, I said, well, noise is bad enough under the floorboard. I've had that in my old cottage under the floorboards upstairs. And get those floorboards up and get a poison down.
Of course, if they die at that,
Oh,
smell is it?
terrible smell, isn't it?
Yeah, you only have to smell it once and you know what it was.
Yeah.
What it is. Don't think rats.
Well, as you all know, when you have a salon,
Yeah, when I used to store the potatoes in the shed, I used to get them in the shed.
Oh, yeah.
and when you have a market, they are literally.
That's one of the reasons I don't grow any potatoes now. I don't really want to store them in the house, but if it's night for them to eat, they won't come in. So
Exactly.
It's all part of, your general well-being. So it's not just an external factor, it's an internal factor. And that price, you could charge thousands for it, but people at home that
You
don't
keep
do
busy?
YouTube, you don't realise.
Oh, at times it's variable. I was busy yesterday. It's quite good today, but you can get very quiet
All right.
And they last for a good 3 to 4 weeks.
But overall,
So when you actually break it down,
because
if we collectively come together and charge,
I'm not in a main position, so people who come here are my regulars.
yeah,
So yeah.
product that we have
Which
to
is
do
nice,
is
so
value.
when the time comes round,
Corporations don't cut
like
any
see
corners
you
because
yeah,
they can't.
and other
They can't
people,
start
it's good.
using an inferior product because it's not going to last as long. But if we
And
actually
what's quite
set up
nice
a
is with
policy
the new
from the
houses and
initial,
stuff,
the beginning,
you start
and say,
to
this is
create
what we're gonna be
new
charging,
regulars.
Yeah.
no one ever can argue with that.
That's probably why.
You know, it's such a hard thing because I don't want to pass that cost on to everybody at home because they are also feeling that cost of living crisis. But it's got to happen, it's got to be done. So yeah, I'm very much in agreement with it, and I hope to see it happen.
And now you're getting on with looking after your car, is it all right?
Yeah, fine.
You can do all the things you need to do.
Yeah.
Can you have use of a lift if you need one?
If I want one, my mate got one, I can borrow it, but
Working so hard to just
it just depends when he packs it. He's gone past retiring now. He's gradually slowing down now.
Where does he work from?
From Frome.
Oh right, yeah.
And
Does he work just on his own, or?
him and his mate,
Yeah.
but they're both well, 166, the other one's 66 in November.
Yeah, they must be thinking about it.
Well, they're doing this 3 days a week now.
Right, yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
packed their all Saturday working. And
Sure. They're part-time.
I said neither. Well, they both got kids, but they're both left home, you know.
And how, I mean, how the industry responds.
They got no
also then how the
dependence
customer
behind their wives.
predominantly female customer base reacts to it. Thank you
But
both
having a
for
job,
coming
little
and
bit of
talking
work,
about
it
that.
kind of keeps you sane, don't you?
Well, I think they both, or one of them, keep going, you know, just doing bits for themselves. You know, he's into
Margaret says,
building up
"This is
old
my
Land Rovers and all that sort of
74th
stuff, you know.
birthday, and my
Yeah,
hair is
So-
still black. No grey hair. I can't take credit for it. It's my genes." Someone else has said, "I once went green for a Halloween party to join work with the festivities. I used the lamp
But he's
for
into his
green
shooting and
washing
all that
and
sort of
colour.
stuff, so he goes out now
Green for some
couple of days a week
festivals.
when it's shooting time. And
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Right, yeah.
Format Hour was presented by Anita Rani and produced by
he just
Cecilia
bought himself
Armstrong.
a towing caravan, a touring caravan, so him and his wife will be going away weekends, you know.
They're getting ready for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
I just immediately went into shock for most people who've experienced the moment.
Well, you can do it. You might as well do it, because the time will come when you don't fancy doing it.
That's right.
That's what I said to him. You ever told it distance before? He said no. So that'd be a new experience for him.
Impacting not just their own lives, but those of others too. I've had an input from Tim.
How long have you lived in your house?
All my life, I was born there.
Were you?
Yeah.
And Wednesday mornings at 9 on Radio 4.
My natural neighbour, she's the third generation.
Is she?
Yeah.
After the music's cooking programme today, and the cuisine is being cooked for by an amateur chef, none more than Mark Gorskis.
BBC News at 11 o'clock. The Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, has urged fellow politicians to be cautious online after a senior MP, a senior Conservative MP, revealed he was pressured into passing on the phone numbers of colleagues to a user on a dating app. William Ragg reportedly shared the details after sending intimate pictures. The Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt,
Steady bunch of gangsters, aren't they?
the events of the last few days have been a great cause for concern. The MP involved has given a courageous and fulsome apology. But the lesson here for all MPs is that they need to be very careful.
Does your mate still come in a couple of days a week or not?
Yes, yeah, when he's fitting well, he's got Crohn's. So.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. You know anyone with Crohn's?
No, we don't
No,
know.
it can be very debilitating for him. He has a flare up, he can
Oh, that's bad for him, then.
He'll manage it. He won't take drugs, because sometimes people take drugs and they lose part of their intestines and stuff.
Rail passengers are facing more disruption in parts of England, Scotland and Wales as drivers stage a fresh strike over pay and conditions. Staff at 16 train companies are taking part in walkouts and different
Yeah. Okay.
Further disrupting on service and train came off the track yesterday. Great Western Railway, District Line and
Then those right
passengers.
Yeah.
Flood warnings have been issued in Australia after more than a month's rain fell in New South Wales in just over a day. Officials have described the storm as a significant weather event. A host of celebrities, including Radio 1's Greg Jones, are writing their own spin-offs of some of Roald Dahl's most famous stories. They feature Poppy, certain new books, and new readers to the author's original creations.
Get one of these for being a good boy. All right. Coach on. Yeah. I will. You've waited patiently. Good job. Right, thank you very much. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much. Right. Bye now.
Don't worry, I haven't accidentally tuned into Nancy's match of the day. This is still the food program with me.
Come on then.
Come on. Perhaps most well known in the world of sports. He's a footballing legend, broadcaster, TV presenter, and someone you almost certainly know by name if not by face.
Only 6 yards, and he swallowed that ball away. And England are suddenly on the high World Cup road again. And we believe Gary Lineker has completed his hat-trick in 17 goals for England. A remarkable striking race by a remarkable striker. Gary Lineker has done it for England. It's England 1-0.
Hi, Gary! Oh my gosh, you're connected by 4 legs. In this program, you may be surprised to hear we are exploring the food world of Gary Lineker. We're in his house in Barnes in West London because I'd heard on the grapevine that these days Gary has swapped studs for stoves, pitches for pans, and, well, you get the idea. In any case, what makes this story so remarkable is that this kitchen awakening is in fact extremely recent.
What I'm going to cook for you today is a dish that was my favourite when I was at Barcelona. So I loved it. It's called gambas al ajillo, which is prawns and garlic. And there's a lot of garlic, and so you actually take the shells out and you marinate it for a bit, which I've already done in like those minced garlic oil, salt, bicarbonate soda to make it go. But you also cook the shells and the heads first to produce the oil that you'll cook the prawns in eventually. So that's where it gets that flavour from. The real flavour in prawns is not in the body; it's in the head.
And then you'll have that as a kind of tapas, like a little
with a bit of bread and so
it's so amazing. I'm so fascinated by your interest in food because I think everyone listening to this episode will know you for so many things, for your illustrious football career, for being the longest serving presenter on Match of the Day, never having been shown a yellow or red card, which I think is amazing in your career. But I think there's this other side of you which you're probably less well known for.
Well, it's a new side, that's why. It's a new passion. I only started cooking about 8 years ago. So I got single again. And I just got fed up of ordering takeaways and going to restaurants. I love going to restaurants and stuff, but I was going on my own. And I just thought, I learn to cook. See, give it a go, get a grip. And I just wish I'd done it 40 years earlier. Yeah, because I love it, and I'm actually all right at it. So, because if I hadn't been very good, I know what I'm like. If I'm not very good at something, I won't do it. But if I think I've got a little bit of talent, then I'll go deep. And even during like COVID, for example, when I was on my own there for a few months, I'd cook 3 or 4 meals a day, not to eat, but just to practice, just to give myself something to do, keep me occupied, so just to learn, to improve.
So, how did you learn?
Recipe books, online, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, you learn with cooking is that you never finish learning because there's so many different things and so many different cuisines, and which is great. So it never gets boring. So you never go, well, that's it.
I also think it's a really nice lesson
for people that it's never too late to sort of start a new hobby or develop a new
No, that's
passion?
what I thought. I thought, it's a big ask really. I was in my mid-50s. But I'm really glad I did. I kind of regret not having learned to cook when I was a kid. I think we should have it in schools. It should be, I think it's way more important than like being good at maths. If you're good at maths, then great, carry on. If not, leave it. Because most of this, you can either do it or you can't. But cooking should be absolutely the first thing that we're taught.
It's a life skill.
It's a life skill. It's absolutely necessary for everyone.
That, of course, won't be news to regular listeners of the food programme, but we were very pleased to hear it coming from one of the UK's sporting VIPs. We've actually got a special sport and food episode coming up in the next few weeks, so stay tuned for that one. With that in mind, I wanted to see if Gary could remember what he ate during his professional football career. For those of you who don't know, we should say at this stage that Gary is widely considered one of the top goal scorers in England football history. He began his career in Leicester, then moved on to Everton, then Barcelona and Tottenham Hotspur. He played for England during 2 World Cups, including 1986 when he received the Golden Boot Award as the tournament's top goal scorer. He finally retired in 1994 after playing for a few years for Nagoya Grampus 8 in Japan. But what was he eating during these famous years? I brought along a little prop to help jog his memory.
Can you read out some of the things that on the list of some players? What were they eating? But I think this was 1990, 91.
Yeah.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, I bought a roast chicken, Naeem, lasagna, Goodly Burks and spaghetti bolognese, as did I, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Pasta seemed to be the thing back then. But
And what was Paul Gascoigne's?
Gazza's got to be on the list. He must have been injured. No, there he is.
Yeah.
Paul Gascoigne, lasagna and cornflakes. Only Gazza. Now I believe it's probably true.
So is this what you would eat directly before a match?
This was probably, pre-match meal. Yeah, so 4 or 5 hours before,
Okay.
probably.
Okay,
And then,
enough time for it to go down.
well, when I first started at Leicester, I'd have fillet steak because it's the only time you can have fillet steak. Imagine getting a fillet steak. I was like 19, 20, and you thought, I'll just take that chance. And nobody even discussed what foods you'd eat then, really. It was just whatever you fancied. When I went to Spain, we'd always have those pre-matches we talked about there, like, whether it's a bit of pasta or a bit of chicken or a bit of meat. I went to Barcelona, and it was even the day of the game, when you'd sit in 4 tables of 4, there'd be a salad in the middle of the table and some oil and vinegar on the side, and you'd rotate in who kind of mixed the salad with the dressing. And there would always be a bottle of Rioja on the table and 4 glasses, and you would drink, even in pre-match, you would drink the whole bottle between you, so you'd have like a glass and a half each. One. Me and Mark Hughes couldn't believe it when we first joined. So, oh yeah, this is all right. Yeah, you would have that, and then you'd go and have a sleep, so siesta, so it helped you sleep. I can't imagine that that's still a thing now. I'd be very surprised.
Okay, so I'm going to get a sense of your cooking week.
I'll go and buy my produce for what I'm cooking on the day.
Okay.
So I'm not one of those guys with a big wheelie trolley and just fills it up. I just go specifically to get exactly what I'm going to cook. Well, there's 3 of my boys in now, so normally 2 or 3 of them lying around wanting feeding. They're all cooked to a degree, so Harry's probably the best. He's sitting behind you over there.
You're taking that accolade, Harry?
Yeah, he's taking that because he's really keen, obsessive like me.
I started cooking because I met my girlfriend at the time, and I randomly said, I'm going to cook for you. And it was just...
Right, so I had to teach him his first couple of dishes, but he's got more talent than me. He's quite freelance, a little bit like wings it.
Harry is one of Gary's 4 sons, and he joined us for lunch. We will hear more from him later and his thoughts on his dad's journey into cooking.
Well, this is it, because you get different types of cooks. You get cooks who are like, yes, can you help me do this? And then you get quite territorial cooks. Like, stay out of my kitchen.
No, I like people in my kitchen, but I like to be left cooking. Can I help? No, it's okay. Leave it with me. It's all under control.
So before you learnt to cook,
What were you eating at home?
That's a good question. My ex-wife, Danielle's quite a good cook. She cooked, not as good as I am. What would I have eaten when I was on life? That's my point. I started it was takeaways. I mean, every Saturday when we do Match of the Day, because we're there a long day, we're there at lunchtime, we leave at midnight. So they get takeaways. And I have every variety of takeaway now. I'm so bored of them all. And they're not very good generally, are they? I mean, they pretend to be, but they're not. So I would have been doing that, and that's probably the reason I got fed up. I'd go out though. I mean, I am a foodie, and I love going to, top restaurants, and I'm in a position, unfortunately, that I can do that.
I was starting to get a sense of how cooking and food has slowly become a big part of Gary's life. From cooking nothing at all to honing, perfecting, learning, and hosting. I'd also heard there were a few people who helped him on this journey, one being his close friend and regular dining out partner, who agreed to tell me a little bit about the Gary he knows.
My name's Jonathan Downey. I have been a hospitality business owner, restaurants, bars, nightclubs, street food markets. I've known Gary for 10 years now. I think 2024 is our 10-year anniversary, and so I'm looking forward to a fabulous celebratory meal with him at some point. A mutual friend of ours was having a birthday party for one of his children. I was sat opposite Gary, and we just sort of got talking to each other, and mutual interest in football and food, and we just really hit it off. And then we sort of stayed in touch after that, and I sort of introduced him to the sort of London restaurant scene of it, really. He was just kind of curious and adventurous and keen to sort of try new things. And so I remember him coming to Dalston with his friend Kingy, and it was like full-on Hackney like street food markets. This is 2014, and Gary and Kingy rocked up in their sort of like suits and wool overcoats and their smart shoes, and at this street food market in a car park full of sort of like Hackney hipsters, and they looked like completely out of place. But they absolutely loved it, and they fit right in eventually and stayed all night. And we tend to like the same things, and I don't know if that's we've eaten out so many times together. It might even be close to 1,000 meals out by now. He'll always order the burrata. It's like a running joke. It's nice to start with a Negroni, a classic Negroni, not the house twist on it. He loves Indian food, so we'll often go to there's a great restaurant called Tamarind we like. Well, we just order the set menu because then they just bring you fabulous food, and it's great service and a lovely atmosphere. We will often order some fish. We love prawns. One of the dishes he does, the gambas al ajillo, which is kind of like from his time in Barcelona. That is probably his absolute killer winner dish that he cooks at home. We tend to like the same things, and we'll often share, like, like a sort of old married couple. I'll say, well, you order, and we'll share our order. And it's just something.
Alexa, stop.
Just put
Sorry? Talking to the radio.